Okay. So, what's the deal with soy? Is it helpful? Is it harmful? Let's talk about it. Welcome to the 18th episode of Hold Up, Let Me Read You This. Today I'm reading from Breasts, the Owner's Manual by Dr. Kristi Funk. Let's get into it. This book is an awesome resource. I'm going to be reading from the section called There's Something Special About Soy. No, really. It's time to set the record straight on this healing ingredient because it gets an unfair bad rap. Soy contains isoflavones, some of which act as phytoestrogens or plant-based estrogen-like compounds, and estrogen fuels most breast cancers. So, I'll bet somewhere someone told you, say no to soy, and you spit that miso soup right out your mouth. Most physicians believe this to be uncharted territory, so they err on the side of caution and advise you to avoid all phytoestrogen. I guess they haven't seen the evidence, so let me show you. First of all, we have two totally different estrogen receptors in our bodies, ER alpha and ER beta. When estrogen from any source stimulates these receptors, the cells respond according to their programmed function. In the breast, ER alpha sends signals to cancer cells to multiply and divide, whereas ER beta actually exerts an anti estrogen effect. It turns out our natural estrogens love ER alpha. Yes, the ones implicated in cancer. But soy estrogens like genistein bind 1,600% more to ER beta than alpha. When bound to its ER beta throne, soy actually blocks estrogen from sitting in the alpha chair. And if soy should land in ER alpha, it has about 1/10 to 1/100th of the signaling capacity of real estrogen. So, soy behaves like tamoxifen, a drug given to cancer patients that occupies but inactivates ER alpha receptors. And on top of that, soy stops the conversion of other steroids into estrogen. Okay, if that's true, then people who consume soy should drop their circulating estrogen, right? Right. A group of premenopausal women in Texas drank 3 12-ounce cups of soy milk a day for 1 month. We're gonna need a part two. Hey, I'm back and we're still reading about soy. Welcome to another episode of Hold Up, Let Me Read You This. I'm still reading from Breasts, the Owner's Manual by Dr. Kristi Funk. If you haven't watched my last video about this, go watch that and then come back. Where were we? Yes. A group of premenopausal women in Texas drank 3 12-ounce cups of soy milk a day for 1 month. Depending on where they were at in their menstrual cycles, blood levels of estrogen dropped between 30 to 80% in all of them, and estrogen levels stayed lower than baseline for another 2 to 3 months. Wow. So soy really does slow down estrogen production. With less estrogen from a few daily servings of soy, should we then expect to see less breast cancer forming? Yes. One study examined dietary intake of over 73,000 Chinese women and concluded that consuming soy during childhood, adolescence, and adult life protects against breast cancer, especially when consumed in youth. Early soy intake, more than 1.5 times per week, so not much, during childhood reduced adult onset breast cancer by 58% in the study of Asian women in California and Hawaii. So tell your daughters to soy it up. Even among Korean BRCA gene mutation carriers, largely considered to be at mercy of their DNA breaks, a reduction in breast cancer of up to 43% was noted with high soy consumers. Okay, so far, soy blocks estrogen effects on ER alpha, it lowers estrogen levels in the blood, it protects against making breast cancer, but what if you already had an estrogen driven cancer and now you're on a drug that blocks estrogen actions in your body, like tamoxifen? Will the isoflavones in soy interfere with these drugs? Until 2009, we weren't sure. In the Life After Cancer epidemiology study, 1,954 multi ethnic survivors on tamoxifen, estrogen driven cancers, were followed over 6 years. Those eating the most tofu and soy products had 60% reduction in breast cancer recurrence compared to women ingesting low soy amounts. So much good news, not enough time. We need a part 3. Hey there. I'm still talking about soy and still reading from this book, Breasts, the Owner's Manual by Dr. Kristi Funk. Welcome to another episode of Hold Up, Let Me Read You This. This is episode 20. If you haven't watched my last 2 videos about this yet, go watch them and then come back. Isoflavones not only deal favorably with estrogen, they exhibit anti-proliferative, antioxidant, anti-angiogenesis, and anti-inflammatory properties, such that soy even keeps estrogen-negative tumors at bay. The largest soy study to date in breast cancer patients followed over 6,200 multi-ethnic women from the United States and Canada for 9.4 years. For those consuming merely half to 1 serving of soy a week, researchers observed a 21% decrease in all-cause mortality compared to lower soy consumption. This increased to 51% for estrogen-negative cancers and 32% for those estrogen-positive cancer patients not taking anti-estrogen therapy. Another study with over 5,000 breast cancer patients found a 29% decrease in death and a 32% drop in reoccurrence from high soy consumers, independent of receptor status. Even just 1 cup of soy milk a day provides enough phytoestrogen to reduce reoccurrence by 25%. So soy consumption after breast cancer is safe and protective. Soy does not increase breast cancer, but in fact decreases the occurrence, recurrence, and death rates in every single study exploring this matter since 2009. What's a safe soy to consume? Choose soy products specifically labeled USDA organic, 100% organic, or non-GMO. Although 94% of soy comes from genetically modified organisms, or GMOs, non-GMO products shouldn't be hard to find. Most GMO soy is fed to livestock and not you, unless you eat the livestock. Soy is a complete protein, meaning it contains all essential amino acids necessary for biological function. Strive to consume 2 to 3 servings of soy every day. Whole food soy far outranks processed, and fermented whole soy products like tempeh, miso, tamari, and natto are the best. And that's all I have time to read. I hope this empowers and inspires you to eat more soy.